Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. Tonight, I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone, I'm Whitney Ward. Our top story new tonight. It was just yesterday we told you about the death of a Durham school bus attendant. Tonight, we are investigating how the virus was able to spread to 28 employees.
Durham says 57 team members had to quarantine in just 1 month. Our Morgan Trow spoke exclusively with a Talk Durham executive to ask what happened.
Durham Bus Services has been quiet since we first reported a number of bus drivers quarantined for exposure to the coronavirus, downplaying the severity of the outbreak in late February. That all came to a halt when 62-year-old Dave Simpson, a bus attendant, contracted COVID-19 and died less than a week later. Tonight, I sat down with Durham's Vice President of Safety for the company's first interview since nearly 30 employees contracted COVID. Durham saw its first positive COVID-19 case the week of February 8th.
The week of February 15th is when it just exploded.
Vice President of Safety Kevin Kilner says in just 1 week, 17 employees tested positive for the virus. The company claimed that each of the cases originated outside of the workplace, but would not specify how they knew that. Their safety protocols have come under scrutiny in recent weeks. Spokane Public Schools contracts Durham to provide buses, drivers, and attendants for their students. In a February statement, SPS added that they were aware that there have been reports that Durham hasn't been following all health and safety protocols.
Can you see how 28 positive cases in the past month and nearly 60 quarantine could make people feel suspicious that this definitely happened at work?
Absolutely. And I think our actions demonstrate that we were suspicious as well. The information we reported at the time was the information that we had.
So if an investigation is ongoing, why would they say, without a doubt, that none of these cases originated at work? As it turns out, that wasn't accurate.
We've looked at this specific location's physical layout and made a couple minor modifications to streamline them a bit more. There was some opportunities for the way they navigated through a building to possibly become an issue, so we've eliminated that.
Kilner says Durham staff were able to come into contact with each other by common areas at the school bus hub. He adds that corporate staff had to reinforce their mask policy and reteach their employees to social distance and disinfect their vehicles. Currently, 24 bus drivers are either off work due to testing positive or they've been exposed to the virus and are in quarantine. Parents still say they don't know if their kids have come into contact with someone who tested positive.
And when we talk about contact tracing, I know everybody understands how difficult that can be.
The Spokane Regional Health District says they are guiding Durham, but the company is doing contact tracing internally. In a statement to us this morning, the health district stated they are providing guidance on tracing and support to help control the current outbreak, but they are not in charge of this. Instead, a bus service company is trying to contact trace 57 employees.
If we haven't, we will fill that gap and make sure that the health department is looped in, and we accept any and all help from any agency that specializes where we don't.
So what happens in the meantime?
Our employees that we find to be non-compliant will be subject to disciplinary action.
With new protocols put into place for Durham team members, Kilner is hoping to curb the rapid spread of the virus. Kilner assured me he will be getting in touch with both the school and the health district on Monday to discuss contact tracing and informing parents of these safety modifications. Reporting in Spokane, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.